Gentlemen, big video today. Why the feminine creates chaos. You're not going to like this video, gentlemen, but it's going to save your relationship and your sanity. Let's go. Gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Today, it is a big issue. We're talking about feminine chaos and the need to create the shitstorm that you experience. Gentlemen, if you're brand new to the channel, my name is Dwayne Klassen. I am the coach for remarkable men. I'm here to help coach men that are going through transition. They're going through their perfect storm. I help them navigate to the remarkable man within, to be a champion to women, to be a hero to their children, to live the remarkable life they know is within. My brothers, this one is born out of a consistent theme that both my clients are experiencing and what I'm also seeing out there in the manosphere and in our pop culture, all over our media, social media, you name it. And what I'm talking about is the chaos that feminine energy creates. I was watching a video just yesterday about a woman, and the prefaces or the setup is a woman's in the kitchen and everything has been going well for a few days. She loves her man. She's got a great home and she's in the kitchen, and the recipe she is following is a recipe for chaos. So she is creating an argument, metaphorically. She's got the bowl and she's stirring. What she's doing is she's coming up with the next argument. Like I said, everything is great in the relationship. There is calm. There is peace. Things are great. And then the camera, the next shot, pans over and the boyfriend or husband is just about to lounge in his chair and he's flicking the screen on. So she's saying, I'm going to wait until he's comfortable and happy. And then I'm going to spring on an argument from 4 years ago. And she says, that we healed, that we dealt with, but I'm going to bring it up anyway because of my core wound. And he's going to react or be befuddled. And then I'm going to hit him with another one. Would he still love me if I was a worm? Right. And then his face is going to go, what the hell? And then she's going to, this is her talking. Then I'm going to interpret his face for not loving me as a worm. And then I am going to storm upstairs and I'm going to cry myself to sleep for the next 4 hours. And he is going to be confused as to what he did wrong. This is the recipe for chaos. Yes, it is a humorous video, but the deeper message here is it is a truth out of calmness, out of everything being great. The feminine needs to create chaos. Remember, this is from a woman's perspective. She is saying everything's great, but I need to blow some shit up. And this is the very nature of feminine energy. The masculine represents order. It represents all things about control. And this is why feminists have a problem with the patriarchy and they want to disassemble the patriarchy. That in its very nature is chaos. When you are bringing a disassemblance to what the very nature of order is, what the masculine energy represents. So if you're in a situation right now where you're in a long-term relationship, or maybe you're just starting to date, but you're now dealing with an issue where it just keeps on popping up. Brothers, I'm going to share this with you, and I hope you get this. You can't stop the shit tests. You just can't. It's their very nature. And by saying there, I'm not trying to create separation here. This is just a universal truth, and you can't fight against the order of the universe. You have order, you have chaos. The Tao is represented by the yin yang symbol. Yin is the feminine energy, yang is the masculine. And in the Tao itself, feminine is chaos. They have to create the chaos, because out of chaos is birth, is newness, it is ideas, it is new possibilities. That's the very nature of chaos. So let's get into your relationship dynamics. There's going to be moments where you've got everything checked off. You've done this. You're in your masculine frame. You are amping it up. You're a provider, a presider. You've got it all done, and done. Everything should be well played, well done, brother. She should be happy. And in most cases, she is. I got a great man. I got a great house. I got a great family. I got all these things. And she genuinely appreciates you. And that's in most cases. But every once in a while, she's got to throw a grenade into everything. That's perfect, because you've achieved homeostasis. And that's boring. That's boring for the feminine. And you've got to be very careful that you do not get caught in the trap of complacency. And most men get to that place. I've got my kingdom. Look what I have created. I've got all these things. Therefore, I should be happy. I should have a happy wife because we've created a happy life. Yeah, you've created normalcy. And that is kryptonite to the feminine energy. Not saying all women, but it is in their very nature. Because if you think you've got a lockdown on all these pieces working in perfection, think again. I want you to think of who has been cheated on the most. Yeah, there's famous people that are living their best life, rock stars, musicians, performance artists, world-class entrepreneurs. You're seeing it in the news all the time that they're getting divorced or their beloved cheated on them. It's happening. And these guys are Adonises. They're good looking. They're making bank. They're doing the things they need to do. But here's also what's happening is that they believe they've got everything they should have. Let's take, for example, an NBA star or an NFL star. Well, he's got all these things and she's back at the mansion and he's at practice. Every day in the week, he's at practice because they've got a game at the end of the week or on the weekend. She's literally wondering, what the hell? Why are you're going again? You don't spend enough time with me. Even though she knows exactly what she's up against. She knows he's famous. She knows he's driven. She knows he's a professional. She knows that he can provide and preside. In fact, she's living the dream. She's got this beautiful home. She's got everything. She's got maids. She's got a cook. She gets to go shopping. She's got the card, everything. But the chaos needs to happen. And so as much as he's now there, he is ignoring her to some degree. So she's got to create chaos. And that chaos is going to look like, that pool boy looks really delicious. Now, chances are, if you are playing at that high level, you are dealing with a level of hypergamy. You're at the top of your game. So she's used to good-looking guys all the time. So she is looking for attention because that's all she's gotten playing in this sphere. So it does not matter, brothers. It does not matter how much game you are bringing to the table, how much status you bring to the table. You're always going to be dealing with that level of chaos. However, you can manage the chaos. And it is simply by recognizing that you're dealing with someone with core wounds, just like you are, just like you are. And these core wounds are typically the mother-father wound, about abandonment, abuse, not being good enough, all these pieces, or not being lovable. So you as the man and in your masculine frame have to make sure that you are doing the check down. How can I manage the chaos when it happens? Because it will, and it'll come across as a shit test. And you've got to be very careful that you do not fall into being and playing the victim. You are always going to have to take the higher road. And I know, I get it. This is where it becomes unfair. This is where you don't necessarily like the game as it's set up. The rules are stacked against you just by its very nature. But you go into relationship knowing this. That's why you cannot play the victim. You cannot play the victim that this is unfair and she's the one that's crazy and she's the one that's got all these things that are going on. Brother, you're going to have to accept what your masculine frame is responsible for, and it's the container. You have to create the container for healing her chaotic nature or providing a space for that chaotic nature to come in. Because it's going to. It's just, it has to be expressed. She cannot contain it. And this is where you cannot say, babe, you're crazy. You're nuts. Calm down. When's that ever worked? When has that ever worked? Although, because we are inner masculine and we, by our very nature, are about order and control. So we want to control the narrative. But what we need to do is come with a level of awareness, knowing her chaotic nature is just who she is, coming with empathy and a level of authentic masculine energy, and you see it happening. And one of the greatest ways of dealing with the chaotic nature is calling her on that. Babe, I hear you. And do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening here? Want to get some food? Do you prefer, and you've seen these videos where it's like, do you want pizza or do you want a couple of tacos? Maybe burrito. I'm craving a burrito. What would you like? It may not be exactly the solution, but it's a pattern interrupt. But what you're also doing is you're taking a leadership role. You're making a decision in the chaos. And it's not about her. You're not making her wrong in the chaos. You're doing a pattern interrupt because she doesn't want a solution to the chaos. Know this. And all you're doing is, babe, want to get some food? And just allow that to land because you're not blaming. You're not blaming. You're saying, want to get some food? Because that could be the very thing where all she's wanting is a shift in the homeostasis, because it's been a while since she's felt your authentic masculine. It's been a while since she's felt your leadership and perhaps your power of being disassociated. So she needs to create something just to blow shit up. Remember, out of chaos comes creation, birthing something. So what you're doing is you're helping birth something, a new vibrational frequency between the two of you. And what this does is it allows you to be in your masculine frame. You're taking control, what she secretly wants. The feminist won't admit it, but she secretly wants to let go of the masculine frame of control. And a lot of this chaos is born out of that, where she's feeling that she's moved from her feminine into a more masculine frame. Here's the other piece. If in the chaos, you try to pacify and fix, seek, or do all these other things that make it all right, it moves you more into a feminine frame, which aggravates her even more because now she's moving more to a masculine. So there has to be a balance of who's got the masculine or the feminine frame. You always want to make sure she's in the feminine frame and you're in your masculine. And you can still be compassionate and empathetic. And you can actually go up to her in her chaotic nature and just hold her. Don't say a thing. Just come up to her and she's going, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hold your frame. Have a little bit of a smile, but compassion is in your eyes, and let her feel your strength. and just embrace her. Take her in by her waist, hold her, and let her surrender into your masculine energy. Remember, you're not trying to solve the problem. You're not addressing the problem. You're just allowing her to feel your strength so that she can remember, oh, right. He's okay. I'm going to surrender into this. And here's the other piece is you may need to let her just go and vent and do her thing and be the natural tornado that she is. Just let her do her thing. Don't get caught up into it and try and solve it right away. You know how that works. But like I said, babe, want to get some food? Want to get some food? Watch what happens. Try it. Just try it the next time she's all up in her stuff. Remember what I said. And it's going to be unfair because the other piece is the feminine has a very difficult time in taking responsibility and accountability for her actions. The masculine is all about order and control, and it's all about ownership of how you're behaving and showing up. When the feminine comes in and says, hey, I am so sorry for my behavior, the masculine is typically very forgiving. Hey, babe, I got you. No worries. Yeah, I get it. It's a glitch. But when a man is attempting to apologize, oh, that's going to be a challenge. In fact, I just saw a video today of the difference between a man's apology and a woman's apology. She apologizes and right away they're on the couch and they're watching TV and they're snuggling. Where he does the very same thing and she's watching TV and she gives him a right cross after his apology. She was the creator of this video. And there's also a video about accountability. And this is a humorous one too, where it is a setup like it is a reality show. And it's a couples reality show. So couples against couples. And the host is saying, you know what, we're down to the final 3 couples and we've got the final test. And ladies, this is for you. There is a table and there's a tarp across the table. The host is going, all right, your final challenge is for $250,000. That's right, for all the marbles. Ladies, this is it. And he pulls the tarp off the table and there are the big letters on this table, accountability. And the husbands are like, oh yeah, babe, you could do this. You could do this. The women are like shocked. They're like, oh my God. And one of the women go, I can't do this. I'm out. I gotta go. I'm out. And the host is going, and now there's down to 2. And the final 2, and the husbands are going, babe, you got this. You got this. And they're cheering them on. And the wives are approaching the table. They're going, no, I can't do this. And they're trying to reach and they're, and one's even under the table and they just can't reach accountability. This is what our pop culture is suggesting. And this is why, brothers, it is up to you. If it has to be, it's up to me. This is why the challenge of a happy relationship falls on us, because we have to survive the shit test. And your biggest lesson in your relationship journey is how much you're willing to endure in regards to the lessons. Is this your ride or die? Is this the woman that you're the partner, the mother of your children, that you two are doing this? You got married and you're in it together to death do us part. Whatever your commitment is, you're both committed to this. And when that's the scenario, you truly have a king to the queen. There is an equal effort on both your parts to make the relationship the priority. And this is where the 2 of you could truly create empires together. This is a rare combination, but it's out there. And you might be in the relationship where she is the test, but damn it, it's so worth it. And I hope that is your scenario. But I want you to be real too, is that you cannot always be all things to all people. And I want you to look at the contributions both of you are making to the relationship. Because, brother, your happiness matters too. It can't be all about pacifying and serving the feminine. That's a recipe for disaster. And you have to feel that she's contributing to your happiness. She's contributing to you and wanting to serve the relationship. Be as much into it as you are. She recognizes, damn it, oh, I was terrible to you, or I made things so unfair, or my behavior was not appropriate. I think I deserve a spank, playful. She recognizes that there is a point where she's got to step up and be the girlfriend, be the wife, and create this harmony within the relationship. It can't be all on you. There needs to be a level of balance that you feel like your masculine energy is honored, that you are coming into this relationship, that both of you are rising together. If it's just one and it's an imbalance, brother, that gets old really quick. And you have got to do a gut check. Is this worth staying in the fire? Is this worth being in that masculine frame and having her back on a consistent and regular basis? And I'll end with this. You are up against pop culture. You're up against how the feminine has been weaponized and how the masculine has been labeled as toxic. You are dealing with 20 and 30 years of an agenda to make the scenario what it is. And so you are up against a whole lot of programming, including your own childhood wounds and her childhood wounds. So I want you to understand that relationships can be the most unbelievably beautiful learning container, essentially what they are. But you have to make the call on how much you're willing to dig in and make this thing rock and be the remarkable man in the relationship, to be her champion. But there has to be reciprocity. And are you getting that? All right, brothers, I hope this was of value to you. If it was, please like, share, comment on it. I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback on this very contentious topic. This is a nuanced conversation. We're only scratching the surface, but I hope this serves you and you moving forward as the remarkable man that you are. Brothers, if you haven't joined the Remarkable Man Project Skool community, click the link in the description and join today. It's free. There you'll find a community of like-minded men that are all here to champion one another, truly be brothers to each other, and level up to that 2.0 remarkable man within. If you would like to explore working together, I highly encourage you to book your breakthrough discovery call. Let's have a powerful conversation about where you want your next breakthrough. You'll come away with a crystal clear path for what's next, and we can explore if we are a fit to work together. Brothers, you know this. You see it everywhere. We are living in a clown show reality, and this world needs remarkable men. My question to you is, will you be one of them? Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to yourself. And remember, you're not alone on the journey. At the Remarkable Man Project, we've got your back. Take care. Cheers.